para hadirin yang terhormat dan mahasiswa program studi pendidikan guru sekolah dasar Universitas Muria Kudus yang berbahagia. Puji syukur kita panjatkan kehadirat Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, karena atas rahmat dan karunia-Nya kita dapat berkumpul di pagi hari ini dalam keadaan sehat walafiat untuk mengikuti acara quiz lecture atau kuliah tamu program studi pendidikan guru sekolah dasar. Tema acara kita pada pagi hari ini adalah Educational Leadership for Future Elementary Teachers, Embracing Internationalism and Digital Transformation. Kepemimpinan pendidikan bagi calon guru sekolah dasar masa depan, merangkul internasionalisasi dan transformasi digital. Adapun susunan acara pada pagi hari ini adalah sebagai berikut. Yang pertama, pembukaan. Yang kedua, menyanyikan lagu Indonesia Raya. Yang ketiga, menyanyikan Mars Universitas Muria Kudus. Yang keempat, sambutan Kepala Program Studi Pendidikan Guru Sekolah Dasar. Yang kelima, doa. Yang keenam, sesi foto bersama. Yang ketujuh, acara inti. Yang kedelapan, penyerahan sertifikat dan kenang-kenangan. Yang kesembilan, menyanyikan himne UMK dan Bagimu Negeri. Dan yang terakhir, kita tutup. Baiklah, untuk memulai acara kita pada pagi hari ini, marilah kita berdiri untuk menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan Indonesia Raya. Selanjutnya adalah sambutan sekaligus pembukaan acara secara resmi oleh Kepala Program Studi Pendidikan Guru Sekolah Dasar. Kepada Ibu Eka, kami persilakan. Waktu dan tempat kami mengaturkan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished speaker, your honorable colleagues, and our teacher educators. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning and very warm welcome to everyone gathered here. Okay, good morning and very warm welcome to everyone gathered here today. It is a profound honor for the Elementary School Teacher Education Program Studi, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Universitas Muria Kudus, to host this significant academic event. First and foremost, let us express our gratitude to God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, which allow us to convene for this international guest lecture. I would like to extend my warmest welcome and highest appreciation to our esteemed guests and speaker from the Philippines, Ma'am Dr. Renilda Nascianseno. Thank you very much from Iloilo Science and Technology University, Isagyo. Doctor, we are truly privileged to have you with us. Your presence today not only strengthens the academic ties between Indonesia and the Philippines, but also provides our faculty and students with an invaluable global perspective on the evolution of education. I also wish to recognize and express my gratitude to the leadership team of the PGSD study program, the secretary of the study program, Mrs. Diana Ermawati, MPD, the head of the laboratory, Mrs. Lintang Kironoratri, MPD, PGSD lecturers and colleagues, and of course all wonderful student, especially the fourth semester student. Giving applause to us. Okay, your commitment to bringing international insight into our curriculum is what prepares our students to become competitive educators and a global scale. Okay everyone, the time to this lecture is Educational Leadership for Future Elementary Teachers, Embracing Internationalization and Digital Transformation. It is a critical in our current era. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, being an elementary teacher is no longer just about classroom management. It is about visionary leadership. We must equip our future teachers with the mindset to embrace internalization and the skill to master digital mission. By doing so, we ensure that the next generation of students is raised in an environment that is both technologically advanced and globally minded. Okay, I encourage all participants to engage deeply with the insight of Dr. Rinalda Wilson today. May this lecture serve as a catalyst for new ideas and stronger commitment to educational excellence. To seek the blessing of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for this session, let us officially open this guy's lecture by reciting the Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, I hereby declare that the guy's lecture officially open. Thus, to honor our guys and celebrate this special occasion, allow me to share a few short pantun. Do you know pantun? Yeah, of course. But I'll try to translate in English. Okay. From the stories of Iloilo to Rias Peak and the history of Menara. Hope ya? Eating soto kudus, a taste so divine. Welcome to our city, Dr. Renalda. May this partnership forever shine. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish you all have a wonderful and inspiring, productive session. Terima kasih. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kepada Ibu Eka atas sambutan dan arahannya yang memotivasi kita semua. Sebelum memasuki acara inti, marilah kita sejenak menundukkan kepala untuk memohon kelancaran dan keberkahan acara hari ini. Doa akan dipimpin oleh Bapak Hamdun. Kepadanya kami persilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bapak, Ibu, dan teman-teman mahasiswa yang dimuliakan oleh Allah, mari kita sejenak menadahkan kedua tangan seraya berdoa kepada Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala dengan harapan acara sinar tamu bisa berjalan lancar. Dan kami mohon izin untuk doa dengan bahasa keyakinan kami bagi yang beragama Islam untuk bisa mengikuti, non-muslim menyesuaikan. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rahmatan lil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa dzurriyyatihi wa alaina ajmain. Allahumma ya Allah ya Tuhan kami, dengan mengucap puji serta syukur kehadirat-Mu hingga tiada henti-hentinya, kami memuji kebesaran dan keagungan-Mu atas segala rahmat karunia-Mu yang telah Engkau limpahkan kepada kami. Pada hari ini dengan penuh keakraban dan bahagia ini kami hadir di sini, kiranya Engkau memberikan barokah dan ridho-Mu dalam acara kuliah tamu yang kami laksanakan ini. Ya Allah, ya Muhaimin, ya Salam, ya Tuhan kami, kuliah tamu kali ini sangat besar sekali arti dan maknanya bagi kami, terutama menjalin hubungan silaturahim antar sesama manusia, makhluk terbaik yang telah Engkau ciptakan dari semua makhluk ciptaan-Mu ya Rabb. Engkau hadirkan kami di sini tidak lain hanyalah untuk sekaligus meningkatkan kompetensi kami di bidang pendidikan. Untuk itu ya Allah, tanamkan sifat Rahman dan Rahim kepada kami agar kami mendapatkan ilmu yang bermanfaat pada hari ini. Allahumma ya Qudus ya Salam ya Allah, penentu masa depan. Masa depan adalah milik generasi kami. Jadikan kami sebagai generasi beriman dan bertakwa, hormat kepada orang tua dan para pendahulu, generasi berkualitas agar dapat membawa bangsa dan negara ini ke tingkat kemajuan yang kami cita-citakan. Tiada harapan dan dambaan kami melainkan mengharap barokah dan ridho-Mu selalu menyertai kami. Allahumma ya Allah ya Al-Sizalim, ya Tuhan kami, dengan dilaksanakan kegiatan ini kiranya ya Allah Engkau dapat melimpahkan pengetahuan dan kekuatan kepada kami, dan Engkau tumbuhkan rasa persaudaraan, persatuan yang kokoh di antara kami terjalin dengan baik dan utuh. Ya Allah Tuhan kami, Engkau-lah Sang Maha Pengampun. Ampunlah dosa dan kesalahan kami, dosa pemimpin kami, serta dosa kesalahan kedua orang tua kami. Perkenankanlah doa dan minta kami ini ya Allah. Hanya kepadamu kami menyembah dan memohon pertolongan. Kabulkanlah doa kami ya Allah. Hanya kepadamu kami melakukan pengabdian dan kepadamu kami mohon pertolongan. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kini kita memasuki acara yang kita nanti-nantikan, yaitu sesi kuliah tamu. Untuk memandu jalannya diskusi telah hadir seorang moderator yang kompeten. Izinkan saya memperkenalkan. Beliau adalah dosen di program studi pendidikan guru sekolah dasar Universitas Muria Kudus. Memiliki ketertarikan mendalam pada bidang Applied Linguistics in Education, serta aktif dalam berbagai kegiatan penelitian dan pengabdian kepada masyarakat. Mari kita sambut dengan hangat moderator kita, Miss Setia. Kepada Miss Setia, waktu dan tempat kami persilakan.
Good morning everyone. It's okay to me to use English. Kalau saya mau bahasa Inggris tidak apa-apa? Tidak apa-apa ya. Karena saya yakin kan pintar banget pakai bahasa Inggris. So I have to use English, and then Ma'am Nels. Narasumber kita hari ini adalah Ma'am Nels, juga akan menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Teman-teman mahasiswa, apabila nanti ada yang ingin bertanya dan kaitannya menanyakan tentang materi, boleh menggunakan bahasa Indonesia atau bilingual juga boleh. Nanti saya akan bantu untuk menerjemahkan ke beliau. So let's start this. Thank you. How is everyone doing today? Gimana kabarnya teman-teman semua? Fine. Baik-baik saja karena tidak ada kuliah. Yeah, okay. So I would like to introduce myself on the first. My name is Miss Tia. I'm a lecturer of PDSD, and I am so excited to be your moderator today. I am your host. And today we have a very special missions. We have a special mission for everybody here. And we are talking about educational leadership for future elementary teachers embracing internationalization and digital transformations. We aren't just talking about homeworks or wedding papers or like for schools or the others, but we are talking about how teachers in Indonesia and the Philippines can work together like a giant superhero team to make schools even better for students like you all. Seperti teman-teman yang ada di sini itu adalah orang-orang yang terpilih yang luar biasa sehingga bisa masuk ke GSD UMK. So now I want you to help me welcome a very special guest who traveled all the way from the Philippines, Ma'am Nels, and give a voice her. For Amelia ready? Okay, thank you very much. But before we talk about school, or Amelia, all the things about schools, I have a script to tell you. We took Ma'am Nels. You can call her Ma'am Nels, but she does like spicy foods. Otherwise, I have a secret to tell you that we took Ma'am Nels to see the Menara Kudus. Tadi Bu Eka menyampaikan tentang Menara Kudus, so we have visited there with Ma'am Nels and other students from Philippines. And I found that she has a superpower of spicy foods, or like spicy cuisines. She can eat all the spices, and she also likes local beverages like satay, right? Soto, what else? Pecel, the other things. So she can handle all. So professionally, Ma'am Nels is an expert at helping school run smoothly. Jadi Ma'am Nels ini adalah expertise atau ahli di bidang pendidikan di bagian PGSD atau elementary schools, pendidikan sekolah dasar. Ya, jadi teman-teman sebelum kita mulai boleh mengeluarkan catatannya, mau dicatat-catat boleh banget, karena saya yakin dari depan sampai belakang itu excited banget untuk datang ke sini, benar tidak? Tidak ada suaranya, kayaknya terlalu riuh kayaknya, benar tidak? Kok kurang excited, benar tidak? Kurang excited lagi, benar tidak? So, just take notes on the materials and then just deliver questions if you would like to ask Ma'am Nels. Yeah, Ma'am Nels, since you know so much about how school works, so kalian kalau misalnya pengen keluar negeri, gimana caranya? Kok guru? Apakah PGSD itu hanya jadi guru sekolah dasar di Indonesia yang katanya gajinya banyak? Atau bisa ke international schools, atau bisa malah ke luar negeri. So you have to take the notes and then you have to listen to the materials. And then we have to dive in about the materials for Ma'am Nels. So Ma'am Nels, time is yours to deliver all about the Philippines, about the study, about the education. Time is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Selamat pagi. Yeah, I just have to see my notes. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Magandang umaga from the Philippines. Magandang umaga. Maganda. Beautiful. Yes, beautiful. everyone beautiful? Yeah, terima kasih. Today, I will share to you our language, and that is wikang Filipino. Filipino. Yes. Okay. Filipino language. Bahasa Filipina.
Bahasa
When we say Filipino, we speak about people. People like us. We are Filipino. Another one, Filipino is the language. We speak Filipino. Okay. Filipino as a people, citizens of the Philippines. Country, Philippines. Yours, Indonesia. Good? Filipino is our national identity. So many cultures and many ethnic groups. We share history, we share our very own identity as Filipinos. We have our values, respect, family, and community. Filipino is our national language based on Tagalog. 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 Okay, so we use that in our schools. We use that in communicating. We use that in the government. It is a symbol of our unity or oneness. We are Filipino people. Now, the sounds of Filipino, that is very easy. No silent letters. One sound per letter. We have 28 letters. 28 letters, 5 vowels, patinig, 5 vowels or patinig, and 23 consonants or what we call katinig. Patinig. How many? 5. 5 patinig. Okay, katinig. Again, katinig. Yes, 23. Okay, 23. 5 vowels, katinig. 5 katinig. 5 katinig. 23. Yeah, katinig. So 5 patinig, 23 katinig. Okay? Yes. Patinig are the vowels. Yes, okay, ready? Ready? Yes. That is patinig. 5 patinig. Very good. Okay. Next we have numbers. Yes, numbers. Bilang. Yes, bilang. Okay. Can you read that one together? Okay. Can you read that one together? In English, that is 1. Tagalog, in our language, isa. Yours is? Okay, so 1, isa, 1. Okay, 2, dalawa, 2. 3, 4, 4, Okay, parts of the body. Okay, let's see. So, which is your feet? Yeah, that is. Okay, that is. Okay, paa in Filipino. Yes. Kaki, paa. Yes. So this is our paa. Okay. Next is tuhod. Tuhod. Okay, that's the knees. Alright. Yes. Okay. Next is balikat. Shoulders. Yes. And that is for you. Okay, so balikat. Okay, yours. Next is head. In Filipino, it is ulo. Ulo. Okay, good. Again, paa. Tuhod. Balikat. Ulo. Again, paa. Tuhod. Balikat. Ulo. Very good. Okay, now greetings. We say, how do you say hi and hello? You say? Okay, you say? Okay, in Filipino we say? Oh, alright. Okay, we say mabuhay. Okay, so you say hello, we say mabuhay. Okay, another one, we say good morning. Yeah, we say magandang umaga. Magandang umaga. Good evening. Good evening. Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi. Okay, okay? Yes. We say paalam. That is, yes, that is salamat. Okay, next we say how are you? How are you? Kumusta ka? Say yours. Sa inyo, yours. Okay, in Filipino we say maraming salamat. Or just say salamat. It means thank you. Your terima kasih. Okay. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Okay, so terima kasih banyak. We say maraming salamat. Okay. Next is beautiful. Okay, maganda. Yes, maganda. Cantik. Okay, so maganda. Okay. Excited? Next word. I love you. Mahal kita. Again, mahal kita. Okay, so Filipino, mahal kita. Next is friend. In Filipino, we say it as kaibigan. Okay, so say, I love you. Friend. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, next is big. Big. Okay, so in Filipino, it is malaki. Okay, malaki. Then we have small. In Filipino, it is maliit. Okay, next one, intelligent, matalino. Matalino. You are matalino. Yes, okay, very good. Next is family. Okay, brother. Brother, we say it as kuya. Yeah, brother, kuya. Sister, ate. Yes, father, tatay. Or itay. Yes, okay, tatay, itay. Okay, next is when you introduce yourself Ako si... Your name. Yes, your name. Okay. Nakatira ako. Yeah, your address. House. Where's your house? Your address. Okay, again. Ako si... Name? Pangalan, name. Yes. Nakatira ako. Oh, your house. Where do you live? Yes, okay. Ang paborito kong pagkain ay... What's your favorite food? Noodles? Yes, okay. Ang aking mga libangan ay... Okay. Let's have it again. Okay, volunteer. Come. You introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Ako si...
Ako si nama mo.
Ako si Aileen. Nakatira ako, Diyos. Ang paborito kong pagkain ay... Ang paborito kong pagkain ay... Noodles. Ang aking pagkain ay...
Salamat. Salamat, salamat.
Let's continue. Okay, so prizes. Okay, prizes. Ma'am, you do the honor in giving the prizes. Okay, let's just sit down. Answer. What is the national language of the Philippines?
Oh, saya disuruh translate, wait. Instructions. Answer the questions. Udah ngerti ya? Answer the question ya? Yes, right. And then for the first, what is national language of the Philippines? Bahasa nasionalnya Filipina apa ya?
Itu ngatong saya. Ngatong ya, lu bisa tengok.
Harus datang ke depan dan berani. Oke, memperkenalkan diri pakai bahasa Inggris. Terus habis itu menjawab. Yuk, siapa yang bisa? Silakan. Oke, number one.
Okay, answer number one. Come forward.
Ayo, angkat tangan. Ayo, masuk Pak.
Oh, ini harus dijemput, Bu. Nah, yuk, saya jemput yuk.
Itu siap belakang.
Saya jemput ya. Yuk, Mbak. Nah, ini jemput ini, main dia ini. Yuk. Mbak, pakai mic.
PGSD. And what is the national language of the Philippines is Tagalog. Filipino, I'm sorry.
Mau foto dulu, nggak apa-apa. Saya sebagai moderator dan fotografer. Center, right. Nice. Okay, thank you. And then this is the prize for you from Nominals. Okay, the next.
Yeah, next. How many letters are in the Filipino alphabet?
How many letters? Berapa jumlah huruf alfabet yang ada di Filipina? Silakan. Oke, nice. Silakan, Mbak.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Intan.
In English. In English.
My name is Intan. How many letters are in the Filipino alphabet is 28.
Yeah!
Very good.
Next, how do you politely say thank you in Filipino?
How do you polite? Gimana caranya menyatakan secara sopan untuk thank you di dalam bahasa Filipina?
My name is Fadiatu Sabila. You can call me Dea. I answer, how do you say thank you in Filipino? Is maraming salamat.
Okay, congratulations. How do you say goodbye? Goodbye in Filipino.
Menyampaikan selamat tinggal di dalam Filipina. Saya mams. Ada yang bisa? Silakan. Oke, dijemput lagi ya. Silakan Mbak, yang di belakang boleh? Ya.
Hello everyone, my name is Amalia Ramiro Francisca. I am from class 4A. Paalam.
Paalam, yes! Paalam. Okay, next, how do you say good morning in Filipino? Good morning.
Boleh silakan ke depan. Kamu sudah tadi? Oh iya, yang lain. Yuk, yang lain yuk. Boleh ke depan Mas. Oh Mas Arif, yuk lanjut. Perkenalan dulu ya.
Thank you. My introduce myself. My name is Arif Nakim Maruf. I'm from class for G. What do you say good morning in Filipino? Magandang umaga. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so maraming salamat. Terima kasih banyak. Okay, so clap for ourselves. But we will sing a song first. Yes. I have this one from YouTube. Okay, everyone stand. Let's sing a song. Okay, everyone please stand. We'll sing parts of the body. Okay, so paa. First paa. Paa, tuhod, balikat, ulo. Okay, paa, tuhod, balikat, ulo. Okay, yes. Not included.
Itu tidak termasuk ya tadi ya?
Okay, very good. You have your paa, tuhod, balikat, ulo. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Okay, so I will request Ma'am Wati to do the little bit of translation in a while. Okay, so today's topic, today's topic is educational leadership for future elementary teachers. I am an elementary teacher before I go to ISAT University or Iloilo Science and Technology University to be a lecturer or teacher. From the basic education or the elementary, I go to teach in college. Okay, so leadership, it's not just about what we do, okay, or meaning you are a president, you are an official, but teachers are leaders. Repeat after me. Teachers are leaders.
Teachers are leaders.
Louder. Teachers
are
leaders. Okay, teachers are leaders.
Teachers are leaders.
So teachers always develop themselves every day. It doesn't mean that if we finish our course, our program as a teacher, we need to improve every day. Repeat after me. Improve every day. Improve every day.
Improve every day.
Lifelong learner.
Lifelong learner.
Never stop learning.
Never stop learning.
Okay, so teachers are leaders. Teachers never stop learning. Teachers are lifelong learners.
Teachers, lifelong learners.
Yes, and teachers improve every day.
Teachers improve every day.
No stopping at all.
No stopping at all.
The technology that you use today will not be the technology that you will use in the field. When you are in school, the technology that you use will be not the technology that you will use inside the classroom.
Ya.
Yeah, okay, so get it?
Ada yang tidak paham tadi? Ada kata-kata yang tidak paham? Loh. PA. Jadi tadi yang disampaikan oleh Ma'am Nels terkait dengan bahwa guru itu tidak pernah berhenti untuk belajar. Teman-teman ketika sudah berkomitmen untuk menjadi seorang guru, maka tidak boleh yang namanya berhenti untuk belajar. Sebelum Ma'am Nels, sekarang adalah Ma'am Nels itu education doctor, sudah menjadi seorang doktor dari pendidikan, sebelumnya juga menjadi seorang guru SD dan kemudian merambah menjadi dosen di elementary school, right?
Yes, okay, so start. When you teach as a teacher, do not stop learning every day. Teachers are lifelong learners. They learn, they never stop learning all about everything every day. If you wanted your students, okay, to learn more, you as a teacher should also learn more every day. If you want your students to love learning, you yourself as a teacher will show them that you love learning at every time.
Ya, ketika murid-murid kita atau pembelajar di kelas yang kita ajar, di kelas anak-anak kita di kelas belajar banyak, maka sebagai seorang guru juga lebih banyak lagi untuk belajar. Apabila anak-anak atau murid-murid mencintai belajar, maka seorang guru seyogianya lebih mencintai untuk belajar.
Yes, so finish your What's the first means? Bachelor of Elementary Education.
Dan sarjana PGSD.
Okay, master's degree.
A bachelor. This is the bachelor students.
Yes. Okay, and then the doctoral.
Gitu.
So don't stop as a master, go doctoral.
Ya.
Yes.
Jadi kalau misalnya untuk menjadi seorang pembelajar, jangan hanya berhenti di bachelor atau sarjana, tapi juga bisa sampai ke master dan juga bisa ke doktor. Seperti itu.
Thank you, Miss. Okay, so we talk about educational leadership. Everyone, educational leadership. Okay, educational leadership. Okay, everyone say educational leadership. Okay, so we say leadership is influence. You influence your students in everything that you do. As a teacher, you influence your students on whatever, what is good, or sometimes the other way around. Okay? So remember, if you are a leader, so leadership is influence. Okay? Influence in a way that all that you do, okay, will be seen by your students as an example. A teacher is an example. A teacher is an example. A teacher is a walking teaching material. Okay? So, when you do whatever the teacher do, the students will say it is correct. Very careful on that, okay? Because teachers should be very careful. All that they do, okay, will be seen by the students to be correct, even though sometimes not.
Maksudnya adalah ketika menjadi seorang guru, maka berhati-hatilah dalam bersikap, karena sebagai seorang guru SD, apapun yang dikatakan oleh seorang guru SD selalu diiyakan oleh anak-anaknya, seperti itu. Jadi guru adalah seorang pemimpin, seperti itu ya. Boleh yang di belakang, kalau mau mencatat boleh ya. Kayaknya yang di belakang sana itu nyatetnya rapi banget soalnya, dari sini kelihatan soalnya, oke? Jadi just pay attention from the verse to the materials. Boleh perhatikan ya teman-teman dulu ya.
Okay. So next is teachers are leaders of learning. So teachers lead what to do in learning. So if the teacher show that the teacher is very enthusiastic, very excited, okay, with regards to learning, meaning learners will do the same. Okay, next, when we say educational leadership, the teacher will be guiding, will be helping, okay, the students to learn, to grow, and to succeed. Another one, so it is when the teacher leads the learning, okay, inspires the students and makes good decisions to improve education. So, educational leadership is helping others learn in the best way. Educational leadership is helping others learn in the best way. So why is it that leadership matters? Why leadership for teachers? Anyone? Why leadership for teachers?
Ya, why leadership matters? Kenapa kepemimpinan itu penting di dalam pendidikan? Ada yang mau menjawab? Boleh? Nah itu tuh kayaknya mau menjawab tuh. Ada yang mau menjawab nih? Saya akan berikan waktu. Kita kan harus berdrama ria nggak sih? Nah ini nih, kamu jawab nih. Ya Kak Mas, karena waktu hidup itu penting. Boleh? Baru makan. Kenapa? Pakai bahasa Indonesia nggak boleh? Katanya mau menjawab, boleh Mas? Kenapa nih pasti betul nih?
Jadi
Yeah, it's fine, okay. Thank you. So, leadership matters, okay, because it helps the students learn better. It helps students grow as people. Whatever it is that we do as teachers, okay, our students will do the same. Because, as what I have said, we are examples. Teachers are examples. Teachers as models. Okay, teachers, examples, teachers, models. Right? So, leadership is very important because it helps students learn better and grow as people. Another one, leadership improves learning. So, what does we say? A good teacher leader makes lessons clear. What else? Engaging and meaningful. Another one, leadership matters because it builds student confidence. Okay, so students feel safe to share ideas and participate. Thirdly, it develops important skills. Skills like critical thinking, creativity, and teamwork.
Saya coba untuk menjelaskan ya apa yang disampaikan oleh Mbak Nas tadi, bahwa leadership matters karena ini akan membantu murid-murid belajar lebih dalam lagi. Termasuknya adalah memberikan ruang aman di mana murid-murid bisa memberikan ide mereka di dalam kelas tanpa adanya perasaan takut dan dihakimi seperti itu ya. Ini membutuhkan skill dari leadership itu sendiri. Kurang lebihnya seperti itu karena ada ruang untuk belajar bagi murid. Gitu.
Thank you, Miss. Okay, another one, leadership matters because it helps students learn better and grow as people, so therefore it will guide positive behavior. Okay, teachers model respect, responsibility, and discipline. Okay, understood? Yes. Okay, then it will prepare students for the future. Okay, future, it will help students become independent and responsible citizens. They are ready to be in the real world. So, why leadership is important? Because good leadership creates better learners. Okay, again, teachers are leaders. Teachers are examples. Teachers are models. Okay? Yes. Now, next one. In my lecture today, we are going to look into leadership for elementary teachers. In our university, the Iloilo Science and Technology University, we concentrate on 3 skills to develop in our elementary teachers. Okay, one is about leadership inside the classroom. Okay, so we train them how to go about leadership inside the classroom. Secondly, for the whole school, they will become principal, they will become school heads, curriculum leaders. Okay, and thirdly, we prepare them to be leaders in the community. Because community is one of those things that the teacher should take care. Not only the learners, not only the classroom as the learning environment, but the community itself. So in Philippines, we develop 3 main areas for our elementary teacher students. 1, leadership inside the classroom. Second, leadership in the whole school to become administrators. And thirdly, leadership to take care of the environment or the community. Classroom leadership will talk about how we go about guiding learning. Guiding learning. So we guide our we teach our elementary teachers, teachers, soon to be teachers, to become a very good guide of learning. Next is encouraging participation. Everyone participates. That would be very good. Okay? Next, what else? Support each other. Be mindful of the mental health. And Philippines, we have the law regarding mental health. So we respect each other, we guide learning, and then we encourage participation, but be careful with mental health. You should be using kind words only most of the time, if possible.
Ma'am Nels menjelaskan tentang pentingnya kepemimpinan. Jadi seorang guru itu butuh keterampilan atau skill dalam kepemimpinan. Salah satunya adalah kepemimpinan di dalam kelas. Yang pertama, karena tadi kita memberikan ruang belajar bagi siswa, sehingga kita juga harus memberikan guide learning, bagaimana belajar itu. Jadi kita harus tahu bagaimana belajar yang tepat. Kemudian yang kedua adalah encourage participation, mendorong ke partisipasi, mendorong murid-murid agar bisa berpartisipasi, tidak hanya pasif di dalam kelas, tapi sebagai seorang guru juga bisa mendorong partisipasi dari murid tersebut. Yang kedua adalah support all students. Tadi menyampaikan dari Mamnes adalah kaitannya dengan menjaga kesehatan mental. Pastikan sebagai seorang guru gunakan bahasa yang baik, bahasa yang menumbuhkan hal-hal yang baik, bukan hanya sebagai seorang guru dalam kelas, tapi juga sebagai partner dalam belajar.
Thank you, Miss. Speaking kind words to be good in mental health. Kind words good for mental health. Okay, how to lead in the classroom? So, you should be encouraging student-centered learning. Students first, most of the time, but not all the time. It depends upon the subject matter. It depends upon the topic. Okay, third is encouraging asking questions. Let them ask questions. And then thirdly, encouraging group work. Okay. Next also, with regards the taking about the environment topic, okay, the student create posters, for example, while the teacher guides. So you are looking into the classroom, extending it to the community. Classroom, community, have it in your lessons. Okay. Next is the school leadership as a whole. So we train them to become principals, grade, what do you call it here, Miss? Grade chairman, dean, what do you call it?
Like the one who is like the school head, the principal.
Oke, baik. Di kepemimpinan sekolah itu kita ada kepala sekolah, wakil kepala sekolah, itu yang dimaksud. Jadi principals it's like kepala sekolah kalau di sekolah ya, seperti itu.
Oh, in Philippines, principal. Yeah, school head. Kapas. Okay, so you share ideas and you help other teachers. Another one, you join projects in school. Okay, now how to lead in school? How we teach our elementary teachers, future elementary teachers to lead in school? Okay, firstly, encourage collaboration. Collaborate with the people inside and outside the university or school. Internal, interested parties, we call it. And then outside, we call it external interested parties, including that of the community. We collaborate with the people inside and the people outside our community. And then we share strategies together with our co-teachers. Another one, we support all the projects, all the programs, and all of the activities of the school. Okay. Community. Community is about what? Inside or outside school? Inside or outside school? Community.
Kalau masyarakat itu di dalam sekolah atau di luar sekolah, teman-teman mahasiswa? Di mana?
Yeah, outside. Yeah, very good. Okay, outside. Yes. So, we work with parents. Do you work with parents here too? Yes, we work with parents. Okay, another one, you connect lessons in real life. So you do field trips. You go to places, okay, and then hold your classes there. Observe the daily lives of people. Yes, very good. In Philippines too, yes. Okay, we do that. Then, okay, so we connect lessons to real life. So we observe farmers. Yes. We go to the market. We go to the seas, like the beach for the fishermen, and connect that with our lesson inside the classroom.
Jadi
We train our students like them to work with parents. Yes, we train them to connect lessons for real life. That's why we take them to the community. Yeah, like farmers, like fishermen, and so, and connect that with lessons inside the classroom.
Oke, tadi yang disampaikan oleh Ma'am Nels. Jadi kalau di sekolah di Filipina, sekolah SD di Filipina, guru-guru itu mengajak di tempat-tempat yang bisa berinteraksi langsung dengan masyarakat, seperti misalnya di pasar, kemudian mereka belajar langsung di pasar, ketemu dengan petani, sehingga mereka bisa mengetahui bagaimana bertani secara langsung. Itu untuk di sekolah-sekolah dasar di Filipina dan beberapa komunitas yang ada di luar dari kelas, seperti itu.
Thank you, Miss. Now, how to lead to the community? How we teach, our future elementary teachers. The importance of communication. We communicate people in the community, okay, with parents. Okay, another thing is we organize programs. We organize a tutorial with the slow learners in the community. We gather children. Yes, okay, we gather children and then we teach them how to read and how to regarding literacy and numeracy.
Jadi selain juga di komunitas, juga guru-guru sekolah dasar di Filipina mencoba untuk membuat program-program yang kaitannya dengan mungkin seperti kita itu di pengabdian masyarakat untuk belajar tentang literasi, entah itu literasi numerik atau literasi bahasa dan sebagainya.
Thank you, Miss. Part of the activities being done by future teachers is engaging in community projects. Community projects include tutorial, as what I've said, and even the teachers also. Teachers and students work together for community projects, such as reading centers, okay, numeracy centers. We have that in the Philippines.
Seperti yang sudah disampaikan tadi, kalau tadi guru mengencourage untuk di luar, tapi juga guru-guru SD ini terdengar menarik sekali di apa yang sudah disampaikan oleh Mamnas, kaitannya dengan guru-guru mengencourage atau mendorong murid-murid SD-nya untuk bisa bekerja sama di masyarakat, membentuk society engagement atau pengabdian masyarakat secara langsung. Jadi mereka pertamanya observasi dulu, kemudian dilibatkan dalam kegiatan-kegiatan yang ada di masyarakat, kemudian mereka juga terjun langsung dengan berkolaborasi antara guru dan juga murid di sana.
Now, what about internationalization? Internationalization is about, number one, bring global ideas. We come to other countries. We have our students sent in your university and other universities also. Like fourth year. Is it fourth year, right? Yes, fourth year. They do see teacher exchange. We participate in those. We present researches. Students present researches. Okay, together with the lecturers. We conduct researches, we conduct seminars, we conduct workshops wherein there is what we call consortium. Yes, wherein they present their thesis, they present their research studies. We do that. Yes, with our partners. Okay, for our fourth year students, with our future elementary teachers. Okay, next is we learn cultures. We are very happy to learn cultures. Before, just this year, we have it with the Japanese, we had it with the Koreans, we had it with Indonesians, with Mom. Yes, okay, with Mom Rani and Mom Tinta. Okay, and we had it also with, I think the latest is the Japanese. Okay, so we do not, our future teachers do the language sharing. They do the lectures to our foreign partners. Yes. Okay. Now, digital transformation.
Oke, saya jelaskan bagian internationalization. Apa itu internationalization atau mengglobalkan gitu? Banyak banget kita sering mendengar kata-kata internasionalisasi. Kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia disebutnya internalisasi. Korek ini yang ngamrong, mungkin di dalam bahasa Indonesia sasi itu adalah proses. Jadi proses dalam mengglobalkan ide-ide yang ada. Contohnya tadi Mamnas menyampaikan tentang bring global ideas, yaitu membawa ide-ide yang sudah kita pelajarin itu diglobalkan dengan cara apa? Salah satunya dengan cara kolaborasi penelitian. Jadi di Filipina sudah menerapkan bagaimana guru-guru Filipina, guru-guru SD Filipina secara aktif melakukan kolaborasi riset dengan peneliti-peneliti yang ada di sana untuk memberikan ide agar ide itu tidak hanya di lokal saja. Kemudian yang kedua terkait dengan culture. Culture itu adalah mempelajari kaitannya tentang bahasa sebagaimana yang sudah dilakukan oleh UMK tahun lalu sudah dilakukan dua dari dosen di UMK PGSD, ada Bu Rani dan Bu Lintang yang belajar budaya di sana sehingga bisa menjadi salah satu sumbangsi yang besar antar negara di mana bahasa Indonesia bisa dipelajari di sana dan bahasa Filipina dipelajari di Indonesia.
Thank you, Miss. Now, digital transformation. We have our very own learning management system. So we use technology meaningfully. Meaningfully in the sense that we use our classes to be face-to-face. We have it synchronous, meaning synchronous with the use of Zoom. We use Zoom meeting, we use Microsoft Teams, and we use Google Meet. Okay, but the most familiar is Google Meet. It's very light for the load. Okay, so technology, aside from what we have in our very own school, which we say our developed learning management system, that is LMS means. Okay, our very own learning management system. Each of the students have their account so that they can access our learning management system. And that includes our library, the books, okay, and the other assignments that the teachers are giving. Okay, then of course we support learning, face-to-face, synchronous, and other one asynchronous. Asynchronous in a way that we use group chat, we use Google Classroom, okay, or we just do Messenger, or what we do WhatsApp. Okay, see. Next is, of course, we use the Google Classroom, okay, and so much more about that one. Okay, now, how do we train our future elementary teachers? We train them to be caring. What's caring?
Future teachers qualities, jadi ada kualitas-kualitas terkait dengan guru. Karena teman-teman di sini adalah kandidat-kandidat dari guru-guru hebat, benar kan ya? Benar nggak? Ya, guru-guru hebat.
If they are
Yes, ya. Jadi ada 4 tadi ya. Salah satunya adalah kepedulian. Gitu.
Okay, if they are caring. Okay, next one is if they are creative.
Kreatif itu kreatif ya teman-teman ya. Anda tahu. Kemudian ada technology ready. Technology ready itu kalau di kita tidak gaptek ya, tidak gagap teknologi. Kemudian juga global mindset. Jadi harus memiliki pemikiran yang global, tidak dikotomis hitam dan putih, tapi memiliki pemikiran yang global sehingga menumbuhkan critical thinking atau keterampilan berpikir yang kritis.
Yes. Oh, yes. So, are you caring? Yes. Okay. So, are you creative? Are you technology ready?
Yes.
Are you in your global mindset? Okay, very good.
So, ya, apakah kalian peduli? Kalau iya, Manos pengen suaranya yang keras. Apakah kalian caring? Caring is like peduli kepada sesama dan respectful?
Yes.
Apakah kreatif? Kalian adalah calon-calon guru masa depan yang kreatif?
Yes.
And then technology ready, apakah kalian tidak gaptek? Benar kan? Yes. Kemudian global mindset. Apakah memiliki pemikiran yang global?
Yes.
Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, you say very good, very good. Okay. Okay. Next is, how will you become a leader?
Oke. Ada soal refleksi kaitannya dengan how will you become a leader? Bagaimana kamu akan menjadi seorang pemimpin? Akan ada hadiah apabila ada yang bisa menjawab. Silakan. Hanya satu saja ya. Just one. Ada yang mau maju? Oh, yang di belakang ada, yang di tengah ada.
Very good in English.
This will be two students where I have to choose one of
Yes,
them.
one only.
Just one only. You. Mas Yusuf, you.
How will you become a leader? You are a teacher, and then how will you become a leader?
Baik, terima kasih Bu. Izin menyampaikan dalam bahasa Indonesia saja. Baik, jadi sebagai seorang leader dan juga nantinya sebagai seorang guru, tadi sudah dijelaskan ada 4, yaitu dengan yang pertama wawasan global, jadi tidak mendikotomikan baik dan buruk secara kontekstual, jadi harus disesuaikan. Berikutnya juga kita memberikan ruang kepada siswa sehingga siswa itu nanti dapat memberikan kontribusi dalam pembelajaran tidak dengan dalam tekanan ataupun tadi mental health gitu ya, sehingga nantinya dari siswa bisa maksimal dalam pembelajaran tersebut gitu. Terima kasih.
Thank you. So I would like to give you translation. Mas, what's your name?
Yusuf.
Okay. Mas Yusuf said that teachers must provide, provides a learning space and looks after the students. It's like the teachers create a learning environment and ensure student well-being, right? With the good words and the kind words, and yes, the teacher facilitates learning space while supervising the students also. So it will be maintains the mental health for the students, and the teachers also give the mental health for the teachers themselves. Okay. This.
Okay, thank you. This part? Yes. Yes. Okay. Even our. One, two, three.
Okay, thank you. So, to become a leader is not only where? Not only in the classroom, but 1, classroom, 2 is school, 3, community. Okay, and what will you become? You should be caring, creative, technology ready, and with global mindset. Okay, good? Yes, okay. So, elementary teachers, they are not just educators. They are future leaders who shape minds in the classroom, they inspire change in the school, and build stronger communities for tomorrow. Agree? Agree? Okay, so read. Elementary teachers, go. And not just educators. They are future leaders who shape minds in the classroom, inspire change in the school, and build stronger communities for tomorrow. Elementary teachers lead today to shape the leaders of tomorrow. And so, you are future leaders. Okay, thank you. Terima kasih.
You close. You close. Udah close. Carry.
Baik, teman-teman, ada yang ingin ditanyakan silakan untuk bertanya. Sekitar 3 sampai 5 penanya, silakan. Boleh. Akan lebih bagus kalau menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Ya, boleh. 1, 2, 3. Boleh, Mbak. Silakan. Boleh.
let me introduce myself. My name is May. I'm from the 4. Yes. The question is how a teacher develops a leadership attitude.
How do teachers lead?
How teacher develops
Develop
a leadership attitude.
Attitude. Leadership attitude.
Yes.
Okay. Leadership attitude.
Yes.
Yeah. Lead by example. Always be an example. A very good attitude, especially with you leading all the activities, will tell your students that they too should be leaders in their own way. Just do modeling. Show real interest. Okay. Show very good examples of being a leader, and your students will follow. Is it okay?
Intinya adalah tadi pertanyaan dari Mbak siapa? Mbak Mei adalah bagaimana mengembangkan sikap di guru tersebut. Nah, kurang lebihnya adalah bagaimana mengembangkan sikap leadership di kepemimpinan di guru tersebut adalah dengan cara memberikan contoh sehingga murid-murid bisa mengikuti apa yang menjadi sikap terbaik dari guru tersebut. Kurang lebihnya seperti itu.
Yeah, the very key is be an example. Be a model.
Ya, yang paling penting adalah menjadi tokoh atau model dari seorang murid atau murid-murid yang ada di dalam kelas.
Model, very good leadership attitude.
Model dan contoh dari kepemimpinan di dalam kelas tersebut.
Yeah, be an example of a good leader.
Berikan contoh yang terbaik dari seorang kepemimpinan.
And soon you will see your students develop the same attitude.
Dan segera mungkin atau suatu saat nanti kamu akan melihat bahwa seorang murid itu akan mencontoh kepemimpinan yang sudah kamu contohkan di kelas. Gitu.
Thank you.
You pick your prize? You pick your prize?
Yes, okay, yes, okay.
Oke, the next.
Two more questions. Penanya lagi? Dua penanya lagi?
Dua orang lagi boleh Mbak ke depan?
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Tiva Alezera and everyone calls me Tiva. And the question is, what if the teachers stop learning and what are the consequences for the students? Thank you.
Okay, if teachers, yes, yeah, if teachers stop learning, okay, that will be very sad. As a teacher, do not stop learning every day. You cannot connect with your students. You say, when you teach one wrong thing, it will multiply. So you should be sure of what you are teaching. You are teaching correctly, so therefore, you should not stop learning. Consequences, okay, it could be in 3. Okay, 3 consequences. Yourself, okay, as a teacher, you would not say that you are capable enough, so better you will retire from service. Yeah, you stop teaching if you stop learning. Okay, secondly, responsibility to the students. Okay, be sure that the right thing that you are teaching, okay, would be true, would be correct, because you will be giving the information that will keep on adding and adding and adding. Okay, and thirdly, to God. You promise that you should do your work as a teacher because He is a teacher too. So therefore, okay, 3 consequences. Number 1, okay, to yourself as a teacher. Number 2, to your students, not giving them what they deserve. And thirdly, your promise to the above. Okay, of not doing your work as a rabbi. Okay? Yes. So teachers, do not stop learning. Okay?
Pertanyaan yang tadi dari Mbak siapa? Mbak Diva menanyakan apabila guru berhenti belajar bagaimana? Kemudian Mamnas menyampaikan bahwa itu sangat menyedihkan karena seorang guru itu memiliki kewajiban untuk terus belajar agar memberikan pengetahuan yang paling benar. Apabila tidak benar dan disampaikan kepada muridnya, maka muridnya itu akan mengulang-ulang kesalahan yang sudah dilakukan oleh gurunya. Ada konsekuensi jika guru itu berhenti dalam belajar. Yang pertama adalah diri sendiri sebagai guru, karena ketika kalian sudah berjanji untuk menjadi seorang guru, maka konsekuensinya adalah kamu harus terus belajar. Apabila berhenti belajar, maka yang menjadi konsekuensi terbesar yang berdampak adalah diri sendiri sebagai guru yang tidak berkembang. Yang kedua adalah tanggung jawab guru sebagai seorang guru. Nah, kalau kalian sudah menetapkan diri untuk menjadi guru, maka tanggung jawabnya adalah belajar untuk memberikan pembekalan pada diri kalian sendiri untuk belajar. Yang ketiga, yang paling berat, yaitu janji seorang guru untuk menjadi seorang guru. Ketika sudah berjanji kepada Tuhan, janji seorang guru pada Tuhan, ya. Jadi apabila sudah berjanji pada Tuhan, maka kalian harus menepati janji untuk terus belajar.
Okay, thank you, Miss. So, a teacher never stops learning. Again, a teacher never stops learning. Okay, thank you.
You pick your prize. Yes.
Okay, one more.
Silakan, masih ada satu kesempatan untuk bertanya.
Yang laki-laki mungkin.
Boleh yang laki-laki yang di belakang. Bapak-bapak calon penghuni surga, insya Allah, sebagai seorang guru.
Calon leader.
Sebagai seorang guru, karena nanti akan menjadi pemimpin. Yuk, yang belakang boleh.
So, thank you. Terima
Tidak ada?
kasih.
Oke, kalau tidak ada berarti kita sudah. Oke, jika tidak ada pertanyaan, dari Mamnas akan menyudahi untuk materi hari ini. Ya, kaitannya tentang elementary teachers, bahwa guru SD itu bukan hanya seorang pendidik saja, tapi mereka adalah pemimpin. Ya, boleh ditulis, dibesarin, ditempel agar nanti selalu ingat bahwa ketika menjadi seorang guru SD itu bukan hanya, bukan hanya seorang guru SD, tapi kalian adalah pemimpin dari masa depan yang akan menggerakkan generasi muda mendatang. Baik, if there's no questions, so I would like to stop this line for the sessions. I think that's all. Thank you very much for your attention. Maybe you have to, take notes for these materials. And if you have questions about the educational materials, maybe you can just you could send email to Mamnas. And then our Mamnas will give email address for me, and then if you want to, ask the questions about the Philippine education and the others, you can ask me to get the email address. Jadi kalau misalnya teman-teman ingin bertanya kaitannya dengan pendidikan di Filipina atau kaitannya dengan kolaborasi pendidikan dan sebagainya, teman-teman bisa mengirimkan email ke Mangos. Jadi nanti sangat terbuka. Jadi teman-teman bisa sambil belajar bahasa Inggris. Anyway, di Filipina itu bahasa Inggris sebagai bahasa kedua. Jadi teman-teman pakai broken-brokennya bahasa Inggris, it's okay. Karena bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Filipina ada beberapa yang hampir sama juga, seperti itu. Baik, untuk sesi dari Mamas, ini akan disiapkan dulu untuk teman-teman bisa berkomunikasi dengan Mamas apabila ingin bertanya kaitannya dengan pendidikan, seperti itu ya.
Tentu saja kepada narasumber kita yang luar biasa, yaitu Ibu Renalda, atas ilmu dan wawasan yang telah dibagikan. Tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk sesi yang sangat inspiratif ini. Acara selanjutnya adalah penyerahan sertifikat dan kenang-kenangan. Mohon kesediaannya untuk menyerahkan secara simbolis kepada Ibu Renalda. Di penghujung acara, saya selaku pembawa acara mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebesar-besarnya kepada Ibu Renalda atas materi yang sangat berharga, kepada Ibu Setia yang telah memandu diskusi dengan baik, serta kepada seluruh panitia dan peserta yang telah mendukung acara ini. Semoga apa yang kita dapatkan hari ini dapat menjadi bekal berharga untuk menjadi pemimpin pendidikan di era digital nanti. Mohon maaf atas segala kekurangan dalam penyelenggaraan acara ini. Sampai jumpa di kesempatan berikutnya. Selamat pagi dan salam sukses. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.